This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain shocking revelations, violence, and sexual themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the alien role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is called Destroyer of Worlds. It was written by Andrew E.C. Gaska, and it's available from Free League Publishing. Our game AI is Tyler Hudak, and this is episode 7. Our recap will be given by Holly Buto as her character, Field Commander Beatrice Silva. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Holly?
Fuck. Okay, chap, hang in there and we'll get you sorted in just a second. Let me figure out this fucking console. Okay. I think I can get a message out, or at least one recorded. Set it to transmit. Okay, hopefully this fucking works. This is Field Commander Captain Beatrice Silva of the USMC. First and foremost, the moon Ariarcus is a quarantine zone. Do not enter. Any persons that attempt to leave should be eliminated with extreme prejudice. The entire moon has been exposed to a dangerous biological agent that is uncontained. I say again, do not enter Ariarcus and do not allow anyone that attempts to leave the moon to succeed. I don't know if this goes beyond what's happened here, but I suspect it might. Whoever receives this message, look into Project Lifeforce and Weyland-Yutani's involvement. They've been working with Colonel Myers of the USMC to weaponize life forms. I believe they were possibly experimenting on humans, injecting them with some sort of transformative biological agent of alien origin. The result is horrifying and extremely dangerous. This cannot be allowed to continue. Weyland-Yutani needs to be held accountable for crimes against humanity. Me and my team, we aren't getting off this rock. Even if it were feasible, this can't go beyond Ariarcus. We're taking this whole facility down with us. Myers will pay for his involvement. If nothing else, we'll do what's right, what needs to be done. Remember our names: Silva, Chaplin, Hammer, Mason, Spears, Logan, Iona. Silva out.
All right. So to recap where you all are, Silva and Chaplin are up on level 2. You were in the Apollo mainframe, and I believe you had started to leave as you started to hear something coming down one of the 2 vents leading into the room. The rest of you are down on sublevel 2. Spears, Hurley, and Jael have gone out into the reactor in order to try and reboot the reactor from there. And then Mason and Iona are in the reactor room, where once that has been accomplished, they can finish the rebooting of the reactor. I believe when we left, Mason and Iona in the reactor room saw 3 xenomorphs starting to crawl along the reactor very close to where Spears, Logan, and Jael are. So that's where we start. First, up on level 2, Silva and Chaplin, what are you doing?
I am reassuring. Go ahead. I'm laying on the ground.
Yeah, so I've at least tried to send out that transmission. No idea if it's sent. I'm not even checking at this point. I think you told us that we were hearing some movement.
Correct. So you had blocked up one of the one vent that had already been kind of broken out through when the xenomorph had come in, and everybody had basically attacked it, where some of its acids splashed onto the mainframe. You are starting to hear, I believe, noise coming from the other vent, the one that was still attached to the wall.
Is there a The front door, the door we came in through and then kind of closed up. I don't believe we barricaded that.
Correct.
I
I
think it was
don't
just
believe
the
you did either.
vents. Can I
Correct.
leave through that area? Like I'll just carry Chaplain's head, I guess. I don't know that there's very much
Yeah,
else
you
I
can leave through
salvage.
either door.
Yeah.
The door that you originally came into the room in, that is not the door that everybody left. Everybody went out the
Right.
opposite door because there are two doors into the room.
Yeah, I'll leave my barricades in place, and if the only unbarricaded spot is the front door, we're going out that door.
Okay.
I've transferred all of my functions into my cranium, so yeah, just chop my head off and take me with you.
Oh God, I'm sorry, chap. I'm sorry.
I don't feel any pain. Don't worry about it.
Well, I'm glad for that at least.
I'm just a machine.
All right, so you chop.
Come on! I thought you said you didn't feel anything.
You disconnect his head, so you're able to not have to drag a body. And you said you're going through the same door that you came in through, correct?
Right.
All right.
And
so
face me backwards, and I'll tell you if something's coming.
I actually, if I can kind of backpack his head, literally facing the back.
C-3PO him on the back.
Yes, exactly. And so now I'm moving incredibly quiet, as stealthy as possible, gun at the ready. I'm just nerves.
Okay, so you're heading down the hallway back towards operations, which again is the original way that you came up. Remember that there's no resin up here. There's no bodies. The hallways up on level 2 were fairly clear. You get about maybe a third of the way down the hallway, and you can just hear this clatter from the Apollo mainframe room as the vent that was still on the wall goes flying across the room, smashing into the floor, and that's really all you can hear from echoing through the hallways. What is your goal? Where are you heading to?
I'm trying to get down to my men down on the third sub level. So
okay. All right. So
actually to confront Myers, but that's all on the third sub level.
So in order to do that, you'll have to. Are you going to go down? So if you recall, the way that you got up to level 2 was there was a elevator shaft a ladder that you went up. That's about halfway down this hallway. That would take you to level 1. And then you can traverse to the sublevels from there as well, if that's where you want to go.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. And just so I know, is your goal to get to sublevel 3 or sublevel 2, where they are?
3 is where Myers is, right? Or we believe that's what
where you believe,
said.
Yeah.
Then I'm headed for 3.
Okay. All right. Okay. So jumping back down to the reactor room. The three of you are there plus Jael and Iona. Mason, Iona screams out, and points at the 3 xenomorphs that are, making their way rather quickly towards the others as they reach the control panel in which they need to start, resetting the reactor. What are you going to do?
Logan, Spears, bogey on your 6. And how much space is there? Is there enough to fit a grenade in between basically R3 and the aliens?
No. Well, no, not where they're at. You could, where the aliens are right now, they're kind of on the crawling up the reactors so let's say 2 of them are crawling up the reactor itself, and one of them is scurrying along the wall on the outside of the room.
They're not on the catwalk.
So they're not all the same. You could throw a grenade, but remember, with the grenades, if you're at medium range, you potentially take some damage as well.
Right.
Which they would be.
Nope, just straight firing a pulse rifle then of just point. Iona, you take the one on the left. I'll take the one on the right, and boys, good luck.
All right, let's do this. Why don't we all roll initiative then? Remember that just roll a d10 and tell me your results. All right, so Mason, you have 6. Logan is 2. Ooh. And Spears is 9. Can somebody roll for Jael and Iona as well?
I'll roll for
You'll get to control them. We won't forget
7.
Iona this time.
Jael got a 5.
So Jael is at a 5, and Iona is at a 7.
Yep.
All right. Give me one more second, please. All right. So we'll and remember you can switch initiatives should you want. There are, let's see here. I'm pulling up the map, sorry, of the reactor room just so I can kind of envision this. All right,
Logan,
so
do you want to move a little faster? You're kind of closer to danger, I think, than I am.
We want to retreat back into the room that you're in, Mason, so we can set up a killing hallway. And not
I feel like they're just going to keep coming. Like the longer we're here,
it will take some time to reset the reactor there. So I will say that if somebody uses 2 of their turns, and that will reset it. So it will take like your complete turn. It'll take your fast and slow action, and on one of those turns, you have to have a successful heavy machinery roll.
I mean, we can reset it after these fuckers are all dead instead of trying to be heroes and just rushing in.
Spears, man, I'm already fucking dying radiation in here. Like, I need to get in and get out.
Okay, I'll cover you then.
All right. So are you both staying at the same initiative then?
I'm going to stay at the same initiative because Logan got hit with a lot of rads last session. And I think that this works for him RP wise, that he's moving kind of slow and may know that his clock may be ticking. Okay.
All right. So, and just to clarify something too, we realized that we were using the radiation rules wrong last time. We will be using them correctly this time, but you don't have to worry about those at the moment. All right. So, first, starting at the top of the initiative, one of the xenomorphs, one of them crawling along the wall, or I'm sorry, the reactor, moves from where they were at medium range, jumps onto the catwalk that you're standing on between you and the reactor room, and then moves to short range from you. So they are short range away from Logan and Spears. And that will take us to Spears.
All right, so the one that just moved up, I'm going to attempt to just gun down with the pulse rifle that I have.
Sure.
So I believe I have a +3 because of my specialization. So I'm just going to roll. Oh, 2 successes, 1 panic. Stress.
All right, so go ahead and roll panic.
9.
All right, so that's dropping an item. So you're
no,
you still succeed. You still succeed with the attack. So how many successes did you get?
Just 2.
Just 2. So you want to use that for extra damage then?
I do.
Okay, so that would be 4 damage. All right. And then your stress level increases by 1, and you drop your rocket launcher. You're fumbling around with it.
Does it fall off the catwalk or into
I will say that it does not fall from the catwalk. So I will let you it stays there for the moment.
It's hanging precariously from a bent handrail and
the
strap.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was
strap.
That was your slow action.
I'm going to keep my
You do have a fast action, or you can keep it for blocking if you want.
I'll keep it to block.
All right. So that takes it to Iona. Any of you can control Iona. Iona and Jael, for this battle, until I take them over, you can control them. So whoever, Mason, if you want to control Iona.
Yeah, I'll do that. The strategy will be to shoot Spears is doing a bang-up job with the one right there. Let's keep the others occupied as well. Also, to not accidentally shoot Spears. So yeah, she'll take one of the other ones that's crawling on the wall.
Okay. It is medium range from you, so that's going to be -1. And I've got her sheet here. For ranged combat, she's got she's got a smart gun. I did not realize that. Okay. So her ranged plus agility, so 7 plus 3. So you get to roll 10 dice.
Okay. Is she also
-1, so 9 dice.
Stress? 9 dice.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 6 stress. Thank you.
Oh, boy. Oh boy, Iona. She's doing great. Three successes and no panic.
All right. So 3. So that's 3, 4,
Yeah.
5. All right.
Could she use one of those to like kind of instead of doing extra damage, knock it down the wall a little bit, try
Sure,
and
yeah.
catch its
Yeah.
hand?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, she just takes aim. The glass from the reactor room that you're in that looks onto the reactor itself just explodes out as she lets loose with her smart gun, strafing across the reactor, hitting the xenomorph. It slides down. But is still after about 10 feet, it catches itself. So it's good. It's at medium range, but I'll say that it's also at essentially a disadvantage. So it's going to stay there for a second. That will take us to. So that was her fast action or slow action. Do you want her to do anything else?
No, she'll maintain it for the moment.
Okay. Sorry, I need to recalculate something here. Okay. Then that takes us to Mason.
Mason is going to remember that she has a fast action and will aim and then shoot.
Okay, so I believe that gives you an extra dice, or is it 1 or 2 dice that it gives you? I don't remember.
And so normally it'd be at 7. Do I take the -1 like she did?
Take the -1, yes.
But then I get a +2. So I am strictly worse than Iona at this. Just throwing that out there. And it shows 2 successes, and I'd like to spend that extra one. Same. This was kind of on the other one. We did like a left-right to kind of keep it down as well. But I panicked with three ones. So
roll
11.
Ooh, so I believe with an 11, that does cause it to fail.
Oh no.
So you start shooting, and you're just like shooting around it, and you realize, oh crap, I'm shooting a nuclear reactor, and all of this just slams on you. So you must use your next action to move away from danger and find a safe spot if possible. Your stress level, however, is decreased by 1, but Iona's goes up by 1. So I'm keeping track of it. She has 7 stress right now. So for your fast action, where are you going? You have to go to a safe space.
Oh, yes. She's just gonna start running back down the hall. This whole thing is gonna go.
Okay.
Screw this, man. Game over.
All right.
Mason starts to run away.
So that you start going down the hall. You can act normally on your next turn. This takes us to that xenomorph that you just shot. It catches itself, jumps up. That's its entire turn, so it's still medium range. It gets to go again in the next initiative. Then it jumps over onto the catwalk towards the reactor room where Iona and Mason are. That's where the danger is, and then moves into short range of the reactor room. So that's where that is. Now it's Jael's turn. What would you like Jael to do?
I think Logan is moving pretty slow and sluggish. So
Jael does have a service pistol, by the way.
Oh, she was about to steal Logan's off of his back. So yeah, no, Jael's going to shoot the service pistol at the alien that is directly in front.
All right, go ahead.
What has she got?
Oh, I'm sorry. For ranged, let's see here. 9 plus 2, 11 for the service pistol. 11 dice.
Let's see. Make sure I can count. That is 2 successes. And with the second success, she's trying to essentially pop in its knees and push it back to have it fall off the side of the catwalk if possible.
Okay. So she starts aiming, and the bullets hit the xenomorph. And they just kind of bounce off. She's either not getting a great shot because there are people in front of her, or she, just can't get the right angle. It does cause it to pause just for the briefest seconds, but not enough to make it really do anything. That takes us to the third xenomorph. This one again is this is the one that was on the wall. It was medium range, so now it moves into short range. On I didn't say where it was. If it was on at the same area. If it would be between you all and the reactor room, between the two groups, or on the opposite side. You know what? I'll tell you what. Somebody roll a d6. 1 to 3, it's between the two groups. 4 to 6 is on the other side. Because I didn't say where it was, and I don't want to be unfair here. Somebody roll.
All right, it's between the two groups.
All right, so it jumps up medium range, then jumps to short range onto the catwalk. Then it's in short range, and then it gets to go again, and it starts heading towards the Jael, Logan, and Spears.
Look, we're surrounded.
Let's see here. Logan, it comes right at you and moves into engaged range of you, and it goes for an attack.
Okay, I'm going to use fast action to block.
Okay, go ahead.
And so that's just strength in close combat, right?
Yes.
Do I do stress on that?
I don't know, actually. I'll give you the choice. I don't feel like looking it up.
Sure. I can't run out of ammo without blocking. All right. Oh, shame I wasted a good roll. 3 successes, no stresses.
All right. I hate to do this. Sorry. You guys still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, my speakers just went crazy for a second. Let me look that up really fast because I don't want to. How many successes did you get?
3, including 1 on a stress dice.
Okay, so yeah, you did that. So you can either decrease damage, counterattack, or disarm, which doesn't apply here. What would you like to do?
I'm going to decrease damage before I unload in this thing's chest.
Okay. All right. So the xenomorph, it swings its spiked tail at you. Go ahead and also. So you're decreasing damage?
Yes.
All right. So between your armor and it swings its tail at you, you're able to parry the tail away as it comes inches away from your face. You can see that it's dripping with some type of liquid, this acrid liquid that if it would have impaled you, something definitely would have happened. But you are able to successfully prevent it from doing anything. This takes us to Logan.
Okay. I want to prevent it from living any longer. I am going to. Well, actually, no, I just spent my fast action, so I can't do jack. I'm going to try and shoot it in its chest.
Go for
Center
it.
of mass. Okay, that's what I like to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes and no stresses. So how many successes would it take for me to knock this bitch off of the balcony?
I would say... I think just one of those extra successes.
Okay.
So that's 5 successes after
5
that?
successes, yes,
right.
on top of the damage, which is 2.
Okay.
7 damage total.
Right. Okay. So
wait.
No, it would be...
So it'd be 6 damage.
Yeah,
because it's 1 for the success, and then...
Yeah, okay. So actually, it's your pulse rifle, right?
Yes.
So it's two for the 1 success, and then 1
yes.
for every additional one. So yeah, it's still 6. So you it's standing right in front of you. You let loose with your pulse rifle. It just goes flying. Give me an armor roll though, as the acid splashes up onto, or it sprays out. Actually, no.
Hey, maybe the acid will counteract the radiation and shit. Who knows? Let's see, that is 6 for armor, because I haven't been acidated yet. 1 success.
All right, that's enough. The acid somehow just miss out. It actually goes in the opposite direction of you, and the thing goes toppling down into the off the edge. This takes us to the first Xeno again at the bottom of the order. It was on the catwalk. It moves up and goes to attack Jael. So did Jael keep an action?
Yes.
All right.
She's gonna ninjutsu this thing.
So are you gonna try to block?
I think so.
Okay, go ahead and roll. That's strength, so that would be 7. Or strength plus close combat, so 9. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I think that's right. 2 successes.
That is exactly what you needed.
Hell yeah.
The xenomorph jumps onto her. Its inner jaws coming out, snapping right at her head, but she is fortunately able to block it with her. How is she blocking this?
I imagine that maybe as she's moving it around, it's going, she just like barrel fists, like grabs the inner part of the head, so it's snapping, going like right behind her as she's holding it like that.
Sounds about right. This takes us to the bottom of the order. Silva and Chaplin, you have made it now down to level 1. You're kind of in a hallway that you were that you had gone up. This is where the resin is, where you had taken out some of the Marines within the area, but not all of them. Which way do you want to go? I would say that from knowing where from knowing the base, you have to travel back to the lobbies to get to the sub levels.
Well, can we say that I have the schematic of the building, so I'm telling her where to run?
Yeah, just moving as quickly and efficiently as possible. At this point, I'm making it a priority to make it to Myers. I'm no longer stopping to deal with any more trapped Marines. Like, Myers is the priority.
All right, makes sense.
But your head's on backwards. Are you giving the directions left? No, the other left.
I can figure that out. But Captain, there's something else that I think you should know. At the moment, of course, I'm completely unable to interfere, but I'm sensing that I have some programming in my head that I was originally supposed to stop you from attacking Myers by any means possible. I would have probably killed you all, but
possibly the remnants of Jael and you, right? Didn't she take you over for a bit?
Yes, I might try to talk you out of killing him, but don't listen to me. Kill the fucker.
That's right. Yep. He's got to go. We might.
Excuse me.
And, we're talking and walking. If nothing else, Chap, if we can get your head off planet, I don't know. You have all this information. I don't know if my transmission's going to get out there or not. I think you're the only person that's viable to getting off this planet. The rest of us might be infected. We have no clue. So, but maybe if we can get you off, but get you off the Ariarcus. None of the rest of us should leave.
All right. Both Silva and Chaplin, both of you give me observation rolls.
Oh dear. All this stress dice. 2, 3. No successes, but 2 1s on the stress dice.
3 successes.
All right.
So if I roll, I think it's, 3 plus 1, 2, 3, so 10 on stress. Panic roll.
All right. So, Chaplin, as you all are discussing this, and you're kind of moving her through the first level of the North Bastion of the base, you catch something. Either your sensors catch some movement almost directly above you. What the both of you? I mean, what do you do?
Something
I'm assuming
directly
I
above
don't
us.
see it because I failed.
Correct.
So
I'd shoot it, but I can't hold a gun in my mouth. There's something directly above you.
You
well, as soon
scream
as he
at.
says that, I'm swiveling. Yeah. To look
Actually,
up.
because of your panic roll, you freeze. You look up and freeze. Your stress level goes up by 1. Going back down to the three of you down there in the reactor room. It's we're back at the top of the order. The xenomorph that was attacking Jael takes a step back, lets out this hiss, and jumps at her. And when it does, Jael just lets loose with her pistol, hitting it directly in center mass and exploding it out. Logan and Spears, please give me armor rolls as it just basically explodes around you and the acid just goes everywhere.
Oh, come on, man. Wow, 2 successes. Rolling hot tonight.
All right, so if you got 2 successes, you take 2 points of acid damage because when I rolled 4 6s. So and your armor goes down by 2 points. But that xenomorph is now a smoldering, acidy mess, slowly eating through the catwalk. So there is now a hole in the catwalk in front of you as well. Nothing that you can't step over, but it's there. This takes us to Spears. What would you like to do?
There's still one in front of us, yes?
Yes, there's one in front of you, and then there's one that went into the reactor room.
Okay. The one in front of us is going to get blasted. So I'm going to fire at it with the pulse rifle I have.
Go ahead.
With pleasure. Okay, so that is 6 successes, 2 panic.
I go ahead and roll panic.
Okay. 10.
All right, so your action, I believe, still succeeds, but you are frozen. So you lose your next slow action. Your stress and the stress of Logan goes up by 1. But how many successes did you have?
I had 6 total.
All right, 6 total successes. So that if you use it all for damage, that will be
Yes, I will.
A lot more than enough to destroy that. Oops, sorry.
If I have multiple successes, could I use it to push it back before it gets acid on us?
You know what? I will let you do that. Absolutely. Okay. So you start open up with your pulse rifle. It causes it to kind of topple over the edge of the actually no, let's say that it actually causes it to slip on the hole that has been made in the catwalk. Yeah. And as it's going down, you kind of lean over and just finish it off with your service or with your pulse rifle.
And I'm kind of frozen, so I guess I'll just keep shooting at the body.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see here. So that takes actually that also causes you to have to reload. Okay, so you empty your chamber your next turn.
I'm just clicking. It's just clicking.
I don't think it'll matter in this case. This takes us to Iona. Mason, what would you like Iona to do? The xenomorph is I think
because there's one that fell. That's the only one that's still potentially alive that we can see, right?
Yeah, that was the one I think that came after you all.
Oh, was there one that was coming towards us?
Yeah, so there was one that was coming towards you, and I think Iona caused it to no. All right, I apologize. So Iona caused it to do that. It's within short range of the reactor room where you're at, or where Iona's at.
She'll shoot that one that's left then.
All right, go ahead and roll.
And I think she had 9, and now thanks to Mason's heroics has 7 stress, so she's getting better all the time. Every time I pick up the dice, I feel like that meme. How do I hold all these dice? Would you believe 1 success and 4 alien panics?
So go ahead and roll the panic. Remember, she has 7 stress.
She sure does. So she starts to scream.
She screams out. Unfortunately, that causes her to not hit the her action fails. You are far enough, or Mason is far enough away that you hear her scream. Actually, everybody hears her scream. Actually,
Yeah, it's on comms.
yeah. So everybody include. We'll leave Silva out of this. Everybody. So Logan, Mason, and Mason. You're kind of in the middle of panic. So Spear, and so is Spear. So Logan, make a panic roll.
Okay.
As you hear Iona just scream at the top of her lungs. It does cause her stress to go down by 1, though.
8 total.
8. So you just start to tremble. All of your agility skills are at a -2 until the end of this combat. I think normally Mason and Spears, you would still have to roll, and then your whatever you had would actually get bumped up a level if you rolled underneath that. I'm not going to worry about that right now. So that then takes us to Mason. You have you're in the hallway. You run. You've kind of recovered.
Boy.
We'll say you are at short range away from the reactor room.
God, she's having a internal struggle of whether to bail or not. But Iona is just such a damn good friend that she's not gonna let her scream herself to death. So she'll run back, and I can't use an action to actually. Would I still have a slow action? I think run's fast, right?
Yeah, run is a fast action. So
I'll still
you can
take
use your fast
shot.
action to get into the room, and then your slow action to shoot the xenomorph that's right there.
Yeah, why not?
Go ahead.
Why not? 7. Is there still a negative on this?
No, that's only if they're at medium range.
Wonderful. Okay. It's still panic, but 4 successes.
And you have a pulse
rifle, so that'd be 5 damage. Yeah.
All right.
And
so go ahead and roll your panic.
I start screaming too.
So unfortunately, that I'm not going to make everybody do another panic roll. I feel like with this system, sometimes you can kind of get into a constant rolling panic over and over again. But you start to scream as you come in, and you see this xenomorph just standing right in front of Iona, moving directly for her. Your gun shoots off wild. You empty your clip, and so you will have to reload it. This takes us to
screaming at the alien. Just this whole room is just the two of us screaming.
You're both home alone in front of this alien.
Okay, so this takes us to Jael. What would you like Jael to do?
Well, that was tactically inefficient, so I'm going to continue to the reactor room while these buffoons continue bleeding over themselves.
Okay, so she's running back there, so she can get...
to the core. I got the reactor room and core mixed up.
So you're there. We'll say that you made it to the panel when all this started happening.
Okay, so yeah, she's going to start on the panel to reactivate the reactor.
Okay, it's going to be a heavy machinery roll. She can start working on it. Remember, it's going to take 2 turns, and one of those turns you have to make a heavy machinery roll. Unfortunately, she does not have heavy machinery. What's the skill associated with heavy machinery? Is it
strength?
What's strength? Okay, so she has 7 dice for strength.
Holy shit!
So you get to roll at least 7 dice.
No.
So you can still try again.
Quite that shit.
She's like moving around, trying to get this thing started up. Unfortunately, nothing is happening. So this takes us to it's happening. It's just being very slow. This takes us to Logan.
Okay, Logan is at this point like the acid from the alien. It caught him from behind and really burned off the side of his armor and whatnot. And Spears can see his tattoo that says "Live fast, die," and then the last part's cut off with a bullet scar. And he's going to hobble across the hole in the catwalk and push Iona aside, or not Iona. Jael aside, and just be like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And I'm going to use a story point for a success on the heavy
All right.
machinery roll, as this is just like a big nuclear car, really.
Yep. You push Jael aside and let me do this. And after flipping a couple switches, you kind of hear the panel start to warm up. You can hear the reactor start to kick back on as it's slowly starting to set itself up. This takes us to the last remaining xenomorph, who's in front of Iona. All right, can somebody roll armor for Iona, please? She has the same armor that you all do.
6, right? Yeah, I don't mind rolling. Bye. No.
I'm sorry, did you?
Oh, no. She completely flubbed it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were still rolling. Okay, I apologize. So the xenomorph comes up to Iona. Its tail whips out, and before she can do anything, because she's screaming, it impacts her right in the shoulder, right through her armor. She immediately falls down. It grabs her as she starts to fall and jumps out of the reactor room where you're into the reactor, and the last thing you see of her is the xenomorph holding on to Iona, jumping down through the reactor room. This takes us out of combat for you all. Silva and Chaplain. Silva, when we left you, Chaplain had yelled, "There's something above us." You froze. Go ahead and give me an armor roll.
You're muted.
Sorry. What is the armor value of like our hazmat suits, and do they stack with our regular armor?
Yes, it would. So hazmat is armor 1, I believe, and God. Then whatever your other armor is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
6. Okay.
I could be wrong on that, but we'll just say that. Yeah, military hazmat is 1, so we'll just give you that.
Okay. A single success.
All right,
2
perfect.
panics.
So
two ones rather.
Oh, go ahead. You don't have to roll panic on this one. You look up and freeze as this spider-like creature with a long tail drops from the ceiling. It missed its aim as it drops down right next to you. This like pale spider-like creature, it starts to reorient itself on the ground. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna use my grenade launcher. I haven't used it at all yet, so may as well. All right, ranged combat 6. I already have that. Good. Oh Jesus, I have so many dice. Not in a good way. So many stress. Oh my God. Yes. No ones. 4 6s. Yes.
Feels good, doesn't it?
That is more than enough.
It does.
Go ahead and give me armor roll, though.
Okay.
So that is more than enough for it to you just to take a step back. You pulled yourself out and you just let loose with your pulse rifle, blowing it away, but the acid splashes up.
A single success on that. Also no ones. Oh, finally.
That's enough. You lose 1 point of armor, but you're okay.
Side note, Tyler. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Do we have any drugs to relieve this stress? I mean, I'll take a moment, kind of shake it off after the thing, but
they're in my pockets back in the other room.
Oh no. Okay.
All right. Some of you may have drugs on you. If you do, then feel free to use them. But we are out of combat now. Silva and Chaplain, you continue moving on. Yes. Mason, Spears, and Logan and Jael. The reactor the reactor is starting to warm up. Mason, you can start that up if you want.
Yep,
If,
she
if
absolutely
we're
will.
on comms, then we can tell them what the situation is with us, right? We've
Yes.
left the
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Iona's gone. It's starting the
Fuck.
reactor thing. Does that require a check?
Yeah, contact roll.
Oh boy.
Story point. Story
It-
point.
it's-
I'll
it's
just
the green
story
button.
point it to keep it moving.
Okay.
Oh, the green. Yeah, it says start reactor.
All right. So as soon as you press that, the power in the base starts to flicker on. Where everybody is, you see the lights, the normal hall lights that they kind of go from that like really low dim and slowly starts to get brighter and brighter. It's the reactor itself starts to power up. What are all of your plans? You all seem to be safe for the moment.
All right, listen. We've got to take out Myers. He's on level 3. Chap and I are headed that way. I don't think we should split up anymore.
The elevators down at that level, but I don't think we can get into it.
Well, we might need to use Myers' access to get into it.
We have Eckford's access card.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You do.
Most of us survived that. Can I banter to relieve 2 stress for everyone?
Yeah, you know what? I'll let you.
You just
Thank
hear me
God.
laugh over comms as
I hope you're all doing pretty well because I've lost a lot of weight.
I'm gonna reload my pulse rifle and pick up my my new rocket launcher.
Captain.
Chap and I are headed your way. Stay put.
Let's get out of this reactor room before we melt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
I
all
don't feel very good.
You all go ahead and give me a radiation roll, so we can do this correctly.
Yeah, should be I think 3, isn't it?
I have 3 rads because I failed every roll.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll
Yep.
whatever your rads are at. Go ahead and roll that many, and for every success you have, you take 1 point of damage.
Let's see if I die.
Yeah,
What if you have
I'm
no
doing,
rads?
Doing bad.
Then you don't take any.
Oh
Same.
God,
Yeah.
I need to get the fuck out of here.
that's not too good.
Yeah, I would say that Mason is looking like maybe she got ratted half to death. If you had to look, she's got the sunken eye, like, yeah, she's breaking out.
Take us out
Get
of
the
view.
fuck out of that room.
Get down
and
here.
stay put.
We'll get back towards the elevator, but I think even that was radioactive, right?
The
Like-
whole level is.
Yeah, Captain, we're gonna have to
Okay,
go
no.
through
Meet
here.
me on level 3 then. Don't linger there any longer than you need to.
How are you gonna get down
I didn't
there?
realize that. How are we going to get down there? Chap, do you know how we can get down there?
We
If
climbed
there's
down the
access, I
elevator.
know how to do it. So
Yeah, but the elevator's blocked, right?
Well,
I
it
can
goes
blow
to
a hole
this
in the
level.
ground
there's got to be stairs.
with the rocket launcher.
So where do you want to meet?
I want them off that radioactive level. I didn't realize the entire level was radioactive.
Yeah, so the way to the fastest way for the sublevel 2, the weapons lift to sublevel 3 is right outside the tunnel before you go down into where the blast doors are opened up into the weapons room. But Silva, you're gonna have to meet them there because you have the card to get down there.
Well, then that's where we'll meet.
All right.
Yeah, I'll wait till we're all together.
Okay. So just to make things easy, Silva and Chaplin, you maneuver yourself around, getting it down to sublevel 2 with very little with very little few issues. The rest of you make it to the weapons lift. So the way that the hallway is for where you go down to the weapons lift is, if you can think it kind of like forks. And where you would be looking, you go to the right to get to the weapons lift, you go left to go down into where the munitions ammo depot is. Mason, Logan, and Spears, go ahead and give me observation rolls.
I straight up just
Oh
failed.
my god.
With 8 stress die too, just everything failed.
I succeeded and panicked.
All right.
For a total of 9.
Wow, I need to keep these stress die.
I dropped something.
One success, no stress.
Okay, so Mason just increased your stress by 1. Spears, I'm assuming that you picked up your rocket launcher.
Yes, I reloaded and picked up my rocket launcher.
And I'm assuming everybody reloaded. So Mason and Logan, you both had successes. As you're kind of passing down, like I said before, the blast doors into the ammo depot are open, and with the lights on, you can kind of see pretty far into there. You see that a lot of the missile racks have been toppled over, and for the briefest of seconds, you can see this very large shadow moving through there. But you're not going down that direction. You're going down into the weapons lift. Within a couple minutes, Silva and what is left of Chaplin make it to the lift with you. All of your health is back up to full because that's how the system works. And you go down into sub-level 3, correct?
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tyler. Interacting with our signature item relieves a point of stress.
Correct. And you've had enough time. I think you can all interact with your signature item should you choose.
Cool.
Okay. By the time Silva comes down, there's still vomit staining on the front of Logan's hazmat suit. There's a hole in it, so I took my mask off, got my lucky Ray-Bans put back on, and I'm smoking my last joint. Just Cap. We're gonna make it out of this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not making it off the show.
Hell yeah.
I'm clutching onto Hammer's dog tags.
There's something big in that. I wanted to nuke the goddamn place. I don't think we can
do
even
it.
do that.
We're gonna nuke
Fuck
this
it, bud.
place.
Throw a grenade in there before we go.
No, we can't draw its attention.
First, we need to make sure Myers doesn't get off this fucking moon.
Are you saying that in front of the
with.
android that works for Myers?
I said it. It's whatever now, but yeah.
Jesus.
And rolling initiative.
All right, so you make it down into sub-level 3. You basically take the weapons lift from sub-level 2 to sub-level 3. This brings you as the doors open, you can see in front of you in the sub-level that there are the resin has definitely continued down here, although you don't see any Marines plastered into the walls. It just appears to be just completely resined in. Where you're at, you can really go one direction, which is forward. That will take you into the weapons testing labs. I also uploaded a map to the drive if you all want to look through it. Jael, once you get down here, says, "This is I know the general direction in which Colonel Myers was at. Where do you want to go? I do suggest we go there."
To save Myers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. And she looks very sincere when she says that.
Discuss things with Colonel Myers.
All right. She basically just starts heading off. She walks through a triangle-based room, which is you surmise to be the weapons testing lab based on some of the items around. Unfortunately, there are no weapons there. That takes you she takes you down a short hallway into where the loading dock is. Before you get into where the loading dock is, which is also where the door to the space elevator is, she stops and kind of holds her hand up, looking in, and of course the lights are on down here, looking into the loading dock area. You all see 4 of the alien xenomorphs that you had seen before. They seem to be kind of curled up in various places around the loading dock area. In order to get by them, you'll have to essentially make stealth rolls. And you can really go two directions. You can either go into the space elevator. The space elevator, the doors they're not completely shut, but they're mostly shut. There's like maybe about a meter's worth of space where they're open. Unfortunately, you cannot see into it. It's too dark inside of that. Or you can go the opposite direction, which is down the hallway away from the space elevator, and that's where Jael is kind of pointing where you need to go.
Because the space elevator won't work right now, right? Because we didn't restart Apollo.
So you
stuff.
only needed to start Apollo to release the clamps on the space elevator. In theory, you could just ramp up the power on the space elevator and try to break free of the clamps.
Awesome.
So you could do that. I will also be nice and say that if with a high enough ComTech roll with a terminal, you might be able to reboot Apollo from down here. I think it would make sense that there would be a direct connection from sublevel 3 to Apollo.
And out of curiosity, I think Logan is too dumb to know anything. Mason has mentioned knowing about sublevel 3. Would any of us have any ideas what might be used in the weapons testing labs? As I'm now thinking of the BFG from Doom and don't know exactly what might be in there.
What knowledge do I have of this level?
You have very little knowledge about the weapons testing itself. In fact, based on the database or information that you have, the weapons testing was actually stopped a while ago. It became Project Life Force for the last several months. So any weapons testing that was done has long stopped.
Do I know if there's like a weapons storage area that might have just been left alone?
There would be, yes. So the direction that Jael is leading you, takes you into the storage area where you suspect where weapon storage would have been. Your information also tells you that is also where the cold storage for Project Life Force was.
I relay that to the others. There should be a weapons locker over here on the side.
It's down the hallway. You're still going to have to pass through the loading dock area in order to get there.
I think we're all on edge right now. I don't think a stealth roll of like 5 people is going to be successful.
Yeah, so why don't we strike first, Captain?
I agree with Spears.
Yeah, your grenades ready.
Giles sounds like ready. She can actually be useful in a fight, so I say we take it. Do it now.
All right, I'll ready the rocket launcher.
We'll have
all
a stealth
3 of us. I say all roll. In.
Yeah.
All 3 of us go in with a rocket launcher right off the bat, or all 4 of us.
Clear the room.
All right, go ahead. I want. It's going to succeed, but I want you all to roll just to see if you get any stress or any panic rolls.
I might not help that because I'll tell them.
Rolls?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell them through comms if I can transmit just to them that Giles homicidal. Giles will cut your throats in a second.
2 successes, no stress.
4.
Oh, I know it, Trap. We all know it, I think.
No stress.
I'm back in the tremble zone, baby.
Oh my God.
I am going to fucking kill Mason. She doesn't sort her shit out. 1 success, no stress.
All right. Well, fortunately for Mason, the tremble does still succeed. So between all of you, you just let loose the dogs of war as the rockets go flying into the loading dock, just obliterating any of the xenomorphs that were in there. As there's a huge explosion, there's bursts of flame, and those are basically obliterated. I will even be nice and say that somehow you were also able to do it without damaging the space elevator.
Oh yeah, I'm that good.
So with that, do you Jael kind of motions for where to go? Do you want to follow her? Are you still going to
She's
keep going in that
leading.
direction? All right, so
We're going to be right behind her.
You're still letting her lead. All right, so
We can just leave though.
If she's leading and I'm monitoring where she's leading, if she's going to try some kind of treachery and lead us somewhere, I'll warn everybody that she's not leading us where she says she is.
Okay, that's fair. From what you can tell, she is leading you to the right areas. She takes you down the hallway away from the space elevator through one set of doors, through a second set of doors. You suspect that there was a checkpoint here at one point in time, but again, everything is just completely covered in that resin. You get through this next set of doors, and you are faced with a very wide room. There is another door. So let's say you came from the north. There is another door heading towards the north down a hallway that's closed. There's a sign on it that says medical lab. And then in front of you along this hallway, about every 20 or 30 feet, there is a door, and each is labeled cold storage 1, cold storage 2, cold storage 3, and cold storage 4. Jael stops in here and looks at all of you and says, "This is the last time that we saw that I had monitored where Colonel Myers was. He is in this area somewhere."
Is this lab where they had the counter agent to this? Eckford was saying there was a counter agent.
No, that Jael responds, no. I assume you're asking Jael.
Yeah.
She responds, no, that would be in the medical lab, and she points up the other hallway.
I mean, he's probably gone that direction. I don't know that Mason is a good liar, but she's kind of like looking to the group like,
if they have samples in these cold storage rooms, we should destroy them all.
Agreed. Mason's got the right of it. Let's be thorough in our search of this area. I think we should start that way.
All right, so you go room by room searching. Cold storage 1, 2, and 3. You search through it. You open it up, and there are they're basically empty. You can see that there are heavy like scratches on the floor, indicating that there was some heavy machinery in here at one point moving something heavy. And the doors are wide enough. We'll say that they're like big double doors, almost like warehouse doors. But when you get to cold storage 4, you can see that it's not empty. There is on the inside of the door, there is a power loader, one of those like big suits that Ripley used at the end of Aliens. And then the room is filled with just rows, like 3 rows going all the way to the back of the room. And the room is pretty large, of these human-sized cold storage stasis tubes. You would recognize these as you would have used them within cryostasis going through space. That's what they look like, except they're standing upright. All of them seem to be empty, except at the back of the room, you can see a soft blue glow coming from 2 or 3 rows, like maybe like a third of the way from the back.
So Jael's gonna go right up to this thing to try and.
So Jael starts moving towards it.
Okay.
Towards where the blue glow is.
I'll yell at Jael. Is that Myers?
I don't know. I'm going to look. I don't have sensors to indicate where he is with Apollo not booted up.
Okay, give me a visual confirmation.
All right, so she starts walking back. Or is anybody following her, or are you all just waiting for her?
No,
waiting.
I'm reloading my grenade launcher.
Yeah, same. I'm going to stand behind
I'm reloading my
Spears.
rocket launcher.
All right.
You really shouldn't do anything. Let Myers live. He might be able to get us out of here.
So she gets to the back of the room, and you can see that it looks like there are about 12 of those pods at the back of the room that are kind of glowing that blue. You can't see what's in them from where you're at. And she kind of wipes the moisture off of one, looks at it, goes to the next one, wipes the moisture off. And she does this like 4 or 5 times. And she finally gets to one, wipes the moisture. You can see she stops and says, "I found him."
Well, it's a shame that the back of that room doesn't exist anymore. I fire the rocket.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
Okay. No failures, 2 success.
All right. So let's see here.
No!
Rockets blast
5
9.
damage.
Go ahead and roll 9 dice, and that'll
Woo!
for the
Hot damn. I have 2 successes.
All right. So you fire the rockets. It lands directly onto the one that she was looking at. She goes flying back from the explosion. The one that Myers supposedly was in is just completely obliterated, and the
My
other
hand slipped.
start to topple forward. The ones that were glowing blue start to topple forward. From where you can see, about 6 of them fall, and you can see that they the glass on them cracks.
I hope they aren't infected.
And this liquid starts to seep out onto the floor. One of them, the way that it lands, the grass like cracks, but it's facing you. You can see that these contain xenomorphs inside of them. What are you all going to do?
Open fire.
Yeah, open up.
Grenades.
Kind of moving back to keep away from the liquid, but firing at the same time, I think.
This
All
is
right,
a loud
all of
room.
you go ahead and give me your rolls.
Okay.
Let's see how much damage you all do,
Ooh.
and if you get any panic.
You know,
5
life
successes.
You, Mason.
Good. 1 success.
5 successes, no panic. Watch your
No
tone,
panic.
Logan.
A grenade launcher.
Holy shit. Okay. 1, 2,
Apparently, we didn't need to kill xenomorphs. we
6
just needed
successes,
him.
no panics.
So none of you got panic?
No.
No!
I'm
Wow.
keeping these dice.
All right. So you are all you make it toward Silva. You said that you're all kind of like backing up as you do. You are all able to take out 4 of the containers. 4 of the were you shooting at the ones that fell over or the other ones?
Does it matter if it's grenaded?
Yeah, there's like 4 of us. I feel like it's just going
We all
everywhere.
fired our grenade launchers.
Yeah. Okay. All right. With all the grenades, they're all basically destroyed.
They do
4
what you
grenades.
Says Captain.
All right, I'll give you that one. So that takes you back out into cold storage, the containment kind of staging area. So you can either go back to where the space elevator shaft is, or you can go back to where the medical lab is.
We have to go for the cure, Captain. That's the
we
only way
have
to be
to.
sure.
Logan
Cure,
has watched
yes.
a lot of Earth horror movies. I want to see if I can securely lock that cold storage door from the outside before we leave.
Androids don't, out of
Yeah.
character, androids don't typically lie, do they? I was making sure that we actually killed Myers.
She's a new model, so I don't know what it's capable of. I can lie
Yeah, why
If I'm
would
ordered
this
to.
android lie?
because
Because
she's
we've been
Get us
talking
close to
on
it,
and off
man.
about
Yeah.
killing Myers now for like the last couple of hours. I literally said it.
Yeah,
Like, we're gonna
Logan,
go kill Myers.
if we shut the door, we will lock it, and that'll be
All right.
fine.
I'll
Yeah,
weld it
that's
shut
fine.
with my cutter.
Good
There
man.
you go.
And then agreed. Head to the cure.
All right, cure, and then we get the fuck off this fucking moon.
Because I'll be honest, Logan, the rest of us, I think, have kept the suits on pretty well. We need to make
I
sure
took my helmet off to have a smoke.
God damn it.
I
We didn't make
definitely
it this
did.
far just to fucking die.
Okay,
We got
we
this
need the
shit.
cure. If we can find the cure, we can get out of here. But otherwise, we can't go.
No, if there is no cure, we stay here.
No loose ends.
100%. We can send Chap. He's got all this data,
Yes.
but that's it.
You know, they wouldn't let you go anyway.
You're
Thanks for
probably
that
right,
pep
Chap,
talk, Chap.
honestly.
I'm sorry. I sometimes. Do you want to hear a joke?
I think so, actually. Those have been remarkably effective.
Do you have anything about treason?
Yeah.
Trees in the forest, trees in.
Reason
Okay.
for the season?
Okay, all right.
Tis the season for treason.
Yeah.
So, where are you going?
Med lab.
For the medical lab.
All right, so you head up the hallway to the medical lab. It's a very long hallway. Looks very sterile, like you would expect. Kind of at a certain point, jogs to the right. You see one ladder, which you suspect goes all the way up to probably. Looking up the shaft for the ladder, it looks like it goes up probably back up to level 2. This may have been like the elevator. You kind of come, turning a corner, you come to another kind of junction. There's a sign on the wall that points in one direction that says med labs. The other says isolation labs.
Oh no. Med lab. Med lab, right?
Yes. Med lab first, isolation lab next.
All right. So you go to the med lab. You open up the door to the med lab. It's an octagonal room. Within there, you do see one auto dock in the center of the room. Let me see here. I just want to make sure that I'm telling you all the right things. I apologize. There's 4 auto docks as well as an examination table. On the examination table is somebody strapped down a corpse. They have a gag over their mouth, and their chest has been exploded out. All around the room, there's one door out of here. It said on the door it says quarantine lab. And then, it says quarantine lab and surgical suite. And then there are just cabinets all over the place.
Start searching the cabinets for a cure.
Yeah.
I will keep watch.
Is there a computer or something? I have a bit of medical stuff. I might be able to find something.
You can
search in the cabinets.
pick me up and walk me around. And point me at stuff.
Yeah.
Is there like a USB port we can plug Chap into these auto docks?
He burned his damn port.
Mm-hmm. There is several terminals here.
Yeah, I'll go to a terminal then and start trying to see if they have documentation about something.
If
All
they have
right,
documentation about this Draconis,
Mm-hmm.
I would have memorized the names that they use. So.
With the systems, just initially booted up. How are you getting into it? You can do a Comtech roll. Is there another way that you want to try to get into the system?
Shoot it.
Logan? Where's Eckford's card? Captain, can I
Oh,
have
yeah,
that?
yeah. I'll toss it.
Do a little scan, slide it through the machine or whatever.
All right. You slide Eckford's card. A little thing pops up that says, welcome, Miss Eckford. And you're kind of sitting at a menu of, whatever you would like to look for or search for.
That one right there.
Yeah, the undo button. Yeah, the antidote. Draconis. Yeah.
So the you start looking around for the antidote. And it says that any samples of the antidote are within the quarantine lab within surgical storage. And it starts giving you also results of the application of this antidote. And basically what it comes down to is it says that results are inconclusive at this time. And it basically points to the fact that it depends on the individual. It depends when they were infected and how how far the infection has progressed as to the efficacy of the antidote.
Looking at the quarantine lab, do we have like a biosign readout? Is anything in there?
Yeah, use your scanner, Logan.
Sure,
I would assume the lab just has a thing to say like so and so is like monitoring, because that's why you'd have
work through walls.
They do a little bit, but the quarantine lab, as far as you can tell, it says that there were 2 Marines that were being treated. One, Warrant Officer Billy Edison and Vivica Diaz.
And it is currently empty, or no results towards that?
It says they are still present.
Oh no. So
now let me rephrase this. It's not giving you life signs.
Right.
It's telling you that they were checked in and they were never checked out.
So based on how good the cure does, there's either 2 Marines to help us out or 2 more of those ugly fuckers. Do not grenade explicitly looking back at you 2. Do not grenade this room. The cure is in there.
What about EMPs? Holds up a little blue grenade.
Do you think those would work on the aliens?
I mean, it hurts like fuck if you stand next to one.
I don't
Might damage the equipment, though.
That's
also
might damage Chat too, and he's the one that has a
Yeah.
record of all this.
Exactly.
I think just stick to pulse rifles if you got it, or incinerator. Stand calm. Everything's fine, she says out loud.
More to herself than...
Yeah. Taking charge like a gunnery sergeant would. Sergeant, damn it.
Stupid.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Are you going into the quarantine lab, or are you going?
I'll open the door.
Yeah.
All right, you open the door. As it slides open, you can see that the normal lights are not on in there. It's more of like a strobe of emergency lighting in there. It looks like the regular lights have been destroyed through something. It's another room very similar to the way that your room is, with I assume you're just looking into it for right now. There is a polling med pod at the center of the room, and it looks like around the room are almost like stalls used for like medical treatment, where you would put somebody in. Most of them, from what you can see, are basically destroyed or blackened from some type of explosion or burst of flame.
Hey, I didn't do that.
What was it? Diaz? Was it
Diaz?
Yes.
Yeah. Diaz, you in there? Just looking around the corner.
I'm going to use the motion tracker.
Any
too.
Marines?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a power roll for the motion tracker.
Okay.
But as you use it, you see no movement.
All right,
Behind
well,
us
let's
either.
get this fucking cure.
All right.
Great.
You walk in there. You're going in.
I'll stand guard.
Yes.
Mason
All right,
can lead the way. She's
so
been talking a big game.
Mason and whoever else goes. You go into the room. Looking around the stalls themselves, a lot of them are smashed. There are in 2 of the stalls, which are marked stalls 3 and 4. You can see kind of the shredded clothing of Marines, 2 Marines in those two, which you suspect are the remains of Edison and Diaz. Looking around the rest of the room, there are a couple medical monitoring stations and surgical storage. On the medical monitoring stations, which is right next to the med pod, you see a rack, I guess, of syringes. They're unmarked. They contain this like clear liquid, but they're all kind of almost like shrink wrapped, like they were meant to be protected. You also see in the corner of the room, mostly undisturbed, is a surgical storage. Kind of like cabinets for surgical storage, that is.
All right, so do we just shoot up?
Yeah.
I don't know how any of this shit works.
I'm gonna look through the medical storage first.
Get into the auto med, Logan.
Yeah, we all need to get into the auto med and
first.
determine if we're infected.
No,
Yeah.
I need Cap to take care of first. I'm fucking nobody, man. Just take care of yourself.
Yeah, I'm keeping watch. You do what you need to do, Cap.
I'm gonna get in the auto dock. I want it to tell me if I have something in me. You all know what to do. If I have something in me, you know what to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with this fucking vaccine, Cap.
So you mean like
You heard Mason. This shit almost never works.
so you mean like one of the things growing
Right.
inside of you, or
Yeah, like if it's got any readings of like infection agent, something inside of me, yeah.
You'll have to set me on the counter over there.
I'm gonna hand you off to Spears, your buddies anyway. He can wear you like a backpack.
I got you, Chappie.
I just love that, there's a head of chaplain, you're just passing back and forth. But Chaplain, you can see a lot of this. Is there anything that you want to do while Silva is getting put into this med pod?
Just make sure everything goes okay.
Okay.
Somebody will have to operate it from the outside, but I can tell them the green button, and then the yellow button, and then the blue button.
Okay. Yeah, and you kind of instruct it, Silva. You get into the med pod. It kind of does a scan across you and back, and it says no foreign bodies detected.
But the accuracy, Chaplain, could something like this be dormant and not be able to be picked up on a scan?
I would say that if you got infected, you'd be showing serious signs by now. So
Yeah,
All
when
right,
I was
who's next?
infected, it affected
Right.
it pretty small.
All right, who's next? We should all be scanned.
I'll go
okay.
next then.
All
All
right.
right, so are you all gonna eventually just go
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
there? All right,
Yeah,
so you
musical
all
chairs.
go through there. All of you come back as clean, no foreign bodies detected.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, let's fucking blow this rock. Grab these vaccines just in case.
Yeah.
Do we
So-
even
Did
trust
we-
these vaccines?
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah, but this
I
is
don't
a
think any
last
of us
case
should
I
have
mean,
scenario.
did it
Right.
cause those two to like Hulk out? Even I don't. Sorry, I'm
Exactly.
still.
Oh, that's a
I-
good point. They're supposed to still be in this room.
Yeah, I want to
I
look
think
around at
that
vents.
I think we
Yeah.
can all agree that there's been some experimentation on people here. I don't know if those are vaccines or if they're injecting people with shit
don't know
to
what
make
they
it
are.
worse to
Yeah.
infect them.
And we don't know how to analyze
We
it.
destroy them then?
I think they'll all go up when the planet does.
I think we just leave them here. I don't know. I don't trust it.
If we have someone start to transform, are we gonna? If we leave them behind, that's it. We just have to kill them.
Yes. Agreed.
Okay.
I think that's the
That's
way,
fine.
Mason. I think that's the way.
Fuck. Yeah.
I think these
honestly don't
vaccines aren't going to
disagree.
do much, even if we leave them, because Wayland Yutani will have the aliens all over the planet to use anyway, unless we decide to nuke the planet.
I'd love that.
It's the only way to be sure.
No loose ends, huh?
No loose ends.
But there was something huge, right? You saw something huge.
You know,
In the ammo depot.
they got the virus from another planet. They said it was from what ship was that called the
Yeah, it was from a ship or something.
the
Montero.
Kronos?
The Cronus, yeah.
Kronos. So they've already got stuff.
Oh, fuck
This
it. Then
is-
we just leave.
Yeah.
We need to
If we
blow this
can,
all to
let's-
hell.
Gotta get the
I'm sorry, Captain, but I want to live.
let's get the elevator up. and
It's
running.
our duty to make sure this whole facility goes up in flames.
I
We
just don't
even
think
do
that
that
it might
from
make any
here.
difference.
Yeah, I don't
It doesn't
see a
make
way
it.
for us.
What if
to-
someone else comes in here, gets access to all this shit? Do you want even more of this floating around?
We need to get topside and tell them to nuke it from up there, because I don't think we can get to the nukes here.
Well, there might be nukes up on the platform, all the
Right.
way at the top.
That's what I mean. We're expecting
Okay.
to get rescued up there by someone that would have that kind of weaponry, right?
What if we're gonna get rescued by fucking Wayland Yutani, man?
Then
with
we
Cap
tell
on
her
this
that
one.
Act 4 wanted us alive, but she didn't make it.
And they're gonna fucking black bag us and do this same shit to us. And
I
like,
think-
what the fuck are we gonna do? Myers was already compromised. Who knows how much further this goes? Like,
Yeah, Jesse. The thing is if Wayland Yutani comes for us, we should all shoot ourselves in the head
yeah, and take this fucking planet with us, chap.
because they'll do something horrible to us.
I don't want to end up like one of those things. But Mason's right. The nukes are on the surface. That's a way forward, if nothing else. This whole fucking thing is going to take hours to come on fully to the point where we could actually cause a meltdown in the reactor. So we may as well move up to the surface and get access to the nukes, which will definitely cause a meltdown before we could program it. So
We'd take some nukes up there with us and just drop them off the edge.
we don't have the nukes, right? No, they're up there.
We can't
so.
get there's something in the room with our nearby nukes. We whatever it is, it's big.
Well, maybe one person can distract it. We'll draw
Is it,
straws.
like- I don't know how this shit works, but like, can we not just throw a fucking grenade in the room full of nukes and trust that that'll detonate them? Like,
They
I
have
don't-
to be activated and
Fuck.
Correct.
fired in sequence properly, or they won't go off.
I'll do it. I'm the captain, and I'll fucking do it. Now let's get those goddamn nukes and get some of you off this rock. Let's go.
Okay.
You know,
Man.
I honestly don't think that it's fair that you get to be a hero when it might not mean anything at all. Why don't we all just get the fuck off this planet? And why do we have to be responsible for what happened here and take care of it? It's not our job.
I don't want it to get anywhere off this rock.
It's already
I don't even
off
want the
this
chance
rock.
of someone stumbling upon this on accident and being exposed to it.
Chap, listen, if Wayland has 5 apples, right, and there's 4 of them on this fucking planet, least I can do is fucking burn those 4 apples so they only have 1 to work with, not so they can come and pick those 4 back up again. Did I get the math right? Yeah.
You got it, Logan.
Yeah.
You got the spirit of it, at least.
All right. Okay, Captain. You give the order then.
Let's go. Let's get the nukes. We'll take it all
So-
down.
So you're just going to the nukes. All right. So you all are going there, correct? I just
We
want to
should
make sure.
set up
Yes.
the elevator to
Okay.
just be ready. in
Yeah,
case
we need to
can-
power
yeah.
on the elevator and get you all situated as soon as we can.
I bet we can connect to Apollo from the sub-level 3, right?
It's
And
not
s-
activated. We never turned it on.
Well, the
You can
reactor is
try.
on.
You can. I will let you try. It is going to take a Comtech roll, and it's going to be hard. So I'm going to say that it's going to be at a -2. But with Chaplin there, I will give you a +1 to the roll. So really just -1 to whoever would like to try.
You want me to try to tell you what to hit and what to type in?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got you already, Chaplain, so you can just tell me what to do.
I got no 1s and I got 1 6. I need more 6s.
Nice.
Than that, I bet you.
I think one.
I'll
one's
use a
good
story
enough.
point. Still got 2.
So what your goal here is to get to reboot Apollo from down here?
Yeah.
You are able to do that. What else would you like it to do with your extra success? You can do something else as well.
Okay, well then once I get that set, can I set Apollo to do something to the reactor that will cause it to explode, say 24 hours from now? That'll give us time to get to the top of the elevator.
So it's going to take 24 hours for the reactor to get to the point where you can set it up. So it's not going to be 24 hours, but you can do that. It's going to be more like, 24 hours plus however long it takes. But yes, with that extra success, I would say that you are able to, get into the right interface to overload the reactor.
Oh, you don't have to go, Cap.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
While they're doing that, can Logan check through, like, we're all in this medical area. I'm trying to find if we can find some nap relief or something to deal with Mason's goddamn twitch. I'm sick and tired of it.
Oh, yeah, you absolutely find any drug that you want in this area.
Check that big white cabinet with the big, gigantic red X on it.
It's called a Trimble, damn it. And I live here now.
All right, well, I got some fucking syringes for y'all. Napro, hit it up. And immediate puts it in my neck. Stress goes down to 0.
Yeah, you all absolutely can take that if you would like.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna hold on to mine for later.
Yeah, I'm holding mine for later.
I've got just a little bit of stress.
Do you?
And
because you're giving me more stress.
Oh, well, that's your problem.
Fucking kill.
I'll sing a song.
I need to step away just for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, Spears, I keep hearing you say we'll get out of here. We're going towards the nukes that are here, though. Just so we're clear on that. We're not heading towards...
We're heading to the nukes on the radiation level, too.
Right.
No, wait, why are we heading towards the nukes?
Yeah, I mean, Chaplin already set the reactor to blow, so it'll just blow everything up.
Yeah, let's just get on the elevator and go.
We can just leave now.
We gotta hope that there's something up there for us to fly away in.
Sorry about that.
But there might be.
All right, so you're heading back to the space elevator now? That's the point?
Yeah, I mean, if Chap was able to set the reactor to blow, then I don't see a reason we should risk our lives.
24 hours, though.
Yeah,
that feels like a huge window in which someone could come in and do some shit.
And I don't trust that we got Myers. Not
really. Or that fucking android.
Do you know how many grenades we used?
Yeah, we hit the fucking cabinets, dude. Like, she went flying from your rocket. I don't know where she went after.
Did we confirm that there was the body of the android?
No.
We did not.
Jesus Christ.
We got out of there. We locked the door. That's the best we can do for that. But, I mean, if we're looking for something more immediate, the nukes are our only shot, but
then I'm staying. Yeah. Then I'm fucking staying. I'll go confirm the fucking kills. I'll go take care of the nukes. You all get the hell out of here.
You're not going
on your orders, then.
That is an order. Go.
With respect, sir, you are not going to be alone in here.
You staying behind, Logan? You know what that means. Fine.
I didn't think I was going to live long after that reactor room anyway.
You're looking a little bit pale. Fine,
Mason?
Let's go. Let's take care of business.
What are you doing?
And she's kind of looking at Chappie.
You see how heroism is infectious?
So is spite. and I agree with you, Silva. Let's finish this here. We can't let this spread.
Do it.
Oh, damn it.
Spears, you want to go? Take Chappie and go.
Neither he nor she can get on the elevator once we've launched it. So
Yeah, I'm not going to leave you behind. So let's do this.
It's not an order, Spears. You can go of your own free will at any time.
We're all going to make it here.
We're all going to make it.
I know.
Spears.
You're going to set those nukes to blow, and then we're going to get out of here. No problem.
All right. Tell yourself what you need to tell yourself. Let's go. Confirm the kills. Get the nukes. Let's go.
All right. So you first step, confirming the kills. That would be going into the room with all of the where you shot all the grenades.
I want to make sure. Yeah, Giles gone. I want to make sure that was fucking Myers. Go ahead. Sorry.
So you would lock the door.
He sealed it.
And then we welded it shut.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to unweld it and go in.
Yeah, it's fine. I have a cutter tool.
You go in
motion
and
track.
You know that you the xenomorphs in there were definitely destroyed. You do not find Jael, and instead you find a vent shaft open, leading out from the room.
I backhand Spears' chest after he was cracked open. It was like, fucking told you, man.
Jesus Christ, how the fuck does someone survive a rocket launcher shot?
All right. Is Myers here?
Myers was in that you can't tell because the one that she was pointing to has been literally obliterated. There was nothing left.
If that was Myers, he's extra crispy now.
I will say that searching around, you do find Myers' dog tags in the debris.
Fucking good.
Spears, are you going to take those tags?
Hell yeah, I am.
He doesn't deserve
it. Now there's proof that I'm a fucking war criminal.
So then you're going back
club.
Up. The plan is to go back up to sublevel 2 to go into the ammo depot, correct?
Yeah, just be careful because Jael might be around fucking shit up. If she interfaces with Apollo, I suppose she could cancel the meltdown.
I think she's just going to try to get off this planet, but she might be trying to cancel the meltdown. We need to be...
Okay, if she tries to get off this planet, then she takes a space elevator without us, and then
we're fucked.
All right.
Space elevator takes 8 hours to get up there and 8 hours to get back.
Correct. Are you taking
and we had
syringes?
A lot. There are a lot of folks still cocooned up in here that are probably just ready to hatch.
Are you taking the syringes that you found?
Mason's not. I think we kind of decided we're just leaving them.
No,
okay.
It's
Logan wants to take
like
one,
it's a moot point.
but is going to follow orders on that.
Okay.
Look, man, if you're going to sneak one, I'm not even going to notice. So if that's something you want to do.
Okay, kill, confirm. Let's move on. Nukes.
All right, you go up to sublevel 2, kind of back the way that you came. We'll say that you kind of make it all the way up there. You're standing in front of the blast doors. The blast doors are open. The ammo depot is just filled. It's a huge room. This is where the ordnances for the all of the tanks and ships and all that would get loaded from. There's a munition storage in here for pretty much anything that you would want. Like I had said, all the lights on are in here. A lot of the rows of munitions have fallen over. The nuclear storage is in a second room at the very back of this. So you are going to have to traverse the room in order to get to the nuclear storage. What would you're standing at the edge of the ammo depot. You can't really see anything, but again, there's a lot of debris. There's a lot of things still standing up, blocking your view. What would you like to do?
Well, that's the thing about debris is that it shouldn't move. So motion tracker, and this battery is just hovering at 50%.
Yes. So in the towards the back of the room, you do pick up motion. So I don't know if the motion detectors tell you how big the motion is, but let's pretend it
in
does.
The movies, it looked like the blips could kind of congeal.
It's just like a blip.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. It's a very large blip.
Whose Spears, you're hurting. Logan,
I'll lead the way.
well, here's my thing. We could stay bunched together, but if this thing is as lethal as these others or more, someone needs to make it through to the nukes.
You know, we
Do
should fan out.
You want to fan out each aisle.
Exactly. Fan out. And
Right.
if you think it hasn't noticed you, get to the
Go.
nukes
Yeah.
and go.
100%. Good call, Mason.
All right. Everybody give me initiative. Including you, Chaplain. 'Cause I'm going to give you a special ability here.
Chaplain, stop whistling.
All right, so Silva is at 4. Spears is at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Logan's at 10. Nice. Mason's at 2. And
Ow, my toe.
Chaplain is at 7 as well. Awesome.
I can
Chaplain,
shoot my mouth off.
Chaplain, I'm going to give you the. But what is the special ability you have? The command ability? Is that what it is?
Yes, the command ability.
Okay, so I'm going to give you. So you can actually do stuff, Chaplain. I'm going to give you the command ability,
Okay.
so you can kind of direct people, and they'll get bonuses and all that fun stuff. All right, so you start moving through.
I'll take my drug before I go into this room to reduce my stress.
You start moving into the room. You get about a third of the way into the room, and you can see this towards the back of the room, kind of walking into view of you all, where the kind of the rows are. So imagine the room goes back this way. The rows are like this. But there's a very large like walkway or opening that you can walk through. Kind of walking into view of there, you see this mammoth alien, probably about the size of a tank. It is this bloated, on all fours, massive armor, and it just sees you and starts to charge towards you. So we're going to start at the top of initiative. Logan, we start with you.
Okay. Since we fanned out, I get that it's coming for us. Does it seem like I can get a bead on which way it is going?
It's going straight, which is
Okay.
basically the way that it can go. It is short. It is short range from you.
Okay. So here is a question. What would it be, a fast or a slow action to take my 4 incinerator reloads and attempt to chuck it underneath where this thing is going, with the goal to shoot them and blow up underneath it?
I'm going to say it's a fast action to throw it.
Okay. That's going to be action number 1.
Okay.
So that would be probably agility and... Do you think strength in close combat or agility and
Range combat, probably, because that's for grenades.
Cool, because I'm better
Yeah.
at that. Okay. Okay, that's 1 success.
Okay. You're able to. So how many were you throwing?
I'm throwing all 4. I imagine that I have them kind of just bunched up in a little bandolier, so I just want to take them, and I don't even have my incinerator, and throw it underneath this thing's path. And
Okay. Yeah, you do that.
okay, then I want to take a knee and hold an action when this thing gets above them, try and pop some shots at them to detonate.
Okay.
But that
we'll
will
say,
put me in harm's way.
Okay. And these are from the incinerator unit, right?
Yes.
Okay. So its turn is next, so it immediately reaches that spot. So go ahead and roll to shoot.
Okay. That's 1 success, unless I need to push it, in which case I
No.
will.
Nope.
Okay.
That's enough. Go ahead. Geez. So 4 of those.
Would it be like 4 incinerator grenades?
They're grenades, or
They are incinerator reloads. I don't
Right.
have that many grenades, so yeah, Logan's just trying to make a big boom.
go ahead and roll, because I don't think it would stack up, because it's a fire intensity 9. I don't think it would stack up to 36. Go ahead. Well, let's say that the base damage increases up to 8, and then go ahead and roll 9 dice.
Okay.
And that's how many gets added on to that.
Oh, okay. So that is 4 successes, or do you want me to add everything up?
No, that's fine.
So there's a lot of 5s and 4s. Okay, that's what I like to hear.
All right, so 4 successes. All right,
Yep.
so that it starts charging forward. You do this, there's this huge explosion of flame. Right as it, like, you waited until it got like right over this ammo, and it explodes. The thing starts coming, like skids forward. You just flames and bits of gore hanging off of it, but it pulls. But that was its entire turn. Then it pulls. However, it's still going. It's obviously very hurt. It's actually on fire, but it starts moving closer. It's still going. So unfortunately for you all, it got to go twice in a row. That was its first turn. The second is it moves into engaged range with all of you. Let's see, there's 5 of you, right?
So we fanned out, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How did, so explain to me how you fanned out.
So
I can
we're
only fan out
all
4 because I'm
yeah.
Right.
Good
Yeah,
point.
right. But I
Who's
mean,
So
carrying
like
Chaplain?
4 of us basically split
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
There's 3.
I'm
Yeah,
imagining-
splitting up so that it has to kind of pick a path and
It has to
leave
pick
a
one
clear
of us.
space. Yeah.
Right. And so I'm imagining this is, long rectangle, and there may be like 2 or more racks of things. And so we would pick like 2 people towards the middle, 2 people towards the outside. So like that's Logan was going to try and chuck it wherever it was running to. If
Okay.
that puts Logan in its targets, this is fine. I was hoping for a nice soft tum-tum to try and detonate.
Okay, I think that would put you into its line of sight. So it charges towards you. As it gets up to you, it kind of slides, pivots, and this massive tail comes directly at you. Go ahead and roll whatever armor you have left.
Okay. Can I do a story point for armor?
You are allowed to, actually, yes.
Ooh.
And you can wait until afterwards.
Well, I'm going to need it. I got 1 success for armor.
Are you?
I'll use a story point.
All right, that's what you needed to do.
Hell yeah.
It lands the blow. You do take 1 point of damage,
Okay.
but you get knocked back, flying back into the back of the room.
Worth it!
This takes us to Spears.
Well, if Logan got knocked away, I have no reservations about launching an anti-armor RPG into this thing, center.
All
So
right,
I'm going
go
to
ahead.
fire.
Go ahead and roll.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, go
Yes?
ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Never mind. Sorry.
That is 1 success.
All right. You fire the RPG. It explode. It doesn't miss it, but it doesn't quite hit it right where you want. Explodes. Unfortunately, whatever armor it has left absorbed its attack. You
Damn.
do have 1 fast action left.
All right, I'm going to use that to keep moving up.
Moving forward. Okay, so
Yep.
that allows you to move. Let's say you're about 2/3 of the way into the room. Chaplain.
So
Gotta run, champ.
watching the thing fight, I analyze it tactically, that it's got, its jaws, its inner jaws, it's got multiple grabbers on the front, it's got legs, and it's got a big, gigantic, razor sharp tail. So I will call out, treat it like a M45 tank,
Okay.
tactical. So I'm giving them all the information I can. Treat it like a tactical tank with multiple people inside.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a command roll.
Right, command. There
Well,
it is.
technically, anyone can do it. It's just the person. The reason
That's
it
true.
was special for me was because I could do it twice, but literally any of us could have
One.
commanded
All
the
right, so
others.
that's enough. So the next person who attacks us gets +1 to their roll for this. That takes us to Silva.
Yeah, I'm gonna open fire while screaming, "Mason, go! Go for the nukes! Go!"
All right, go ahead.
6. I mean, I will also use the grenade.
Does it matter if the rocket was anti-armor?
Yeah, I calculated that.
All right.
2 successes.
And what were you using? Sorry.
The grenade launcher.
All right, you all are close enough that you might take damage from if you use that.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. How much damage did you do?
Danger
Two.
Oh, I'm sorry.
close.
So you had 2 successes. All right, go ahead and roll 9 dice.
Okay. 3.
So it's 3, 4, 5 damage. And I rolled 0 armor. So the grenade, you launched the grenade just in the right spot. It kind of bounces once and then like bounces right into one of the open flaming areas. It just explodes out. The thing kind of staggers a couple times and then falls directly down.
That's how we
Acid just
fucking
starting
do
to
it. Now
pull
let's
out,
go.
eating
Hoorah!
into the floor. All right, this
Holy
takes
fucking shit, we did it.
yeah, one of you almost died. Almost.
I kissed
right,
my
so-
lucky tattoo.
What are you all gonna do then?
Let's set off this fucking nuke, yeah?
Spears is
Nukes.
still Spears is just running, but got stuck a little bit behind the ammo. But okay,
Mason,
nukes
you mean?
makes yes.
All
Damn
right,
it!
All right, keep a lookout for that fucking android.
Are you setting the nuke on a timer, or are you just setting it off?
Is Mason?
So you get to
getting
the back. Let me describe this. You get to the you get through the ammo depot, avoiding the acid just pooling out
Mhm.
from this huge charging xenomorph. You get into the nuclear storage area, and within the nuclear storage area, you can see that there must have been a firefight here because there's xenomorph bodies, there's marine bodies, and there is acid scorched all over the place. In fact, you quickly realize that the reason that there is radiation in this entire level because the acid has eaten through some of the nukes, some of their warheads to release some of the radiation.
Can we, before we do anything else, can we ask Apollo if it detects any ships at the top of the space elevator that we can use?
I'll say there's a terminal in here. There's terminals everywhere. Unfortunately, any of the monitoring systems out in space have been destroyed or are offline.
Oh, damn. All right. It's really just a guess, huh?
It is.
Yeah, if Mason's at the terminal, she'll
There-
like be hacking in and look at Silva. Silva,
There should
Now?
be.
Yeah, if we think these, like, what is the damage? Like, are we talking scorched earth, this whole moon, just this facility? Like,
if
can we
you
kinda
if
estimate
you let off one of the nukes,
all of the nukes?
oh, all of the nukes, it will obliterate the entire colony. There are
Okay.
there
50
are
miles.
multiple warheads, nuclear warheads down here. It would obliterate the entire colony, make this entire place, probably the moon, unlivable for however long it takes for the radiation to dissipate, which would probably be centuries, if not millennia.
All right.
How big are the nukes?
They
How
would
big's the
fit
warhead?
the warhead itself, I don't know, a couple feet.
How heavy?
It probably weighs a couple 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Why don't we
probably
just-
And
pretty
rich
heavy.
plutonium's a hell of a thing.
Why don't we just bring them onto the elevator with us and drop them off from up there? We might escape after all and still blow up
Like-
the hole.
They're not going to like fall. Well, maybe I'm misunderstanding you.
Yeah. Throw them at the
Listen.
planet.
Are we going to drill a hole in the space elevator to?
Spears.
Yeah,
if
I've
you
gotta
want to
walk
get off
across.
here, off this planet with chat, who happens to have a hell of a lot of information that I don't think is going to get out unless we get him off planet. The two of you should leave now.
Okay, I'll go.
What's like a reasonable time window? Like an hour, half an hour?
It takes 8 hours to get
8
up.
hours. 8 hours.
Fuck ass. Okay.
8 hours and 1 minute.
So Spears is leaving? Is Chaplain going too?
Yep.
I want to get Chaplain off this planet. His head contains all of that information.
I'll make sure that the head gets to the right place, Captain.
Fine. I don't like it. I don't think any of us can get off this planet, but Chaplin's not exactly mobile, is he? And I think he needs to get off this planet. I think I sent out a transmission earlier. I have no idea if it went through.
Anyone else?
We've got 8 hours, though,
this?
so I don't necessarily think you need to be running anywhere anytime soon, either.
Can we set Apollo to send out a looping message to anybody coming nearby of what's going on?
Sure.
Maybe that's possible, sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Yeah, you said that.
I'm staying.
All right. So Mason's staying. Silva's staying.
I'm staying.
Logan?
I'm posting up Overwatch to keep an eye out for that goddamn android.
Okay.
All right. Dog tags, all of them.
Why can't we just set a timer on the nukes?
Because that can
Because
be turned
Jael
off.
is somewhere around here, and I have a feeling she's coming straight for this area.
I'll
If we
take the
set a
dog
timer,
tags
she
now.
can come in and just turn it back off. We can't
It's a
have
hell of a racket.
Someone needs to be here till the end, and that's fine.
All right. So Spears, are you taking Chaplain and going?
Yeah, if
right.
the crew wants to give their dog tags, I will take
Yeah.
them.
I'll give them.
Yeah.
I'll toss them your
All
way.
right,
All right.
I'll give you all. Sleep.
Careful, they're a little radioactive.
How long are you setting the timer on the nuke?
Oh, we're just going to sit with it.
Yeah.
Until when we know Spears and Chaplain are off planet, then we can just... Can we, like, how fast is the override? Like, technically, could we set a timer for, 8.5 hours? But then if, shit goes down, I'm expecting Jael to show herself.
Could
when
we-
things get ugly.
Could we
Movie.
encode it so she couldn't undo it unless she knew the code?
Movie logic question.
Or
Can we set the timer, then smash the console and keyboard?
Yes. Absolutely.
yeah.
All right.
Cat,
then
why
we
don't
can
we
all
just
leave.
smash it after we do it?
All right.
Set it for 9 hours just to make sure we don't.
All right. So you set it for 9 hours.
I'm still staying. I don't
I'm
trust
here.
this.
So
I'd still go. Just go. If you're
Just go.
afraid of it, just go.
ooh,
I lived through this shit once before and I'm not doing it again.
Can't have fucking Mason with bigger balls than me. Shit. No, I can't. No. I'm staying.
all right. All right. So Spears, you grab Chaplain and you head to the space elevator, correct?
Yes, you're
All
gonna
right,
have
so-
to be my second pair of eyes, Chappie.
All right, so
I'm watching.
he starts heading out. He has to go back down to sublevel 3, going through it. Silva, Mason, and Logan. Are you just kind of sitting down here? Or what are you all?
Pop a
doing?
squat, pull out a cigarette, have a smoke.
Basically right next to the button that says,
Yeah.
fuck it, we're doing it now. And
All right.
just chilling.
So sit around and start talking.
Pull out
Spears,
a deck of cards.
you're holding on to Chaplain. You make it down back to sublevel 3. Get to the space elevator. The outer doors of the space elevator has basically like two sets of doors. The inner doors and the outer doors for when it goes into space.
Okay,
The outer doors are open about a meter wide.
were they always open like that?
Yeah, that's how they
Oh,
were before. The inner doors, from what you can tell, are open. As you get to the outer doors, you look in. The air here is fetid. The cargo bay floor is covered with ropey tendrils and shattered storage units peppered with large leathery bulbs. Squat, blind, albino aliens scurry to and fro, regurgitating resin and smearing it across the walls. Some of them scuttle up the sculptured surfaces, hopping across the meter-thick secreted strands that stretch above and to the center of the bay. Suspended there is a nightmare. Curled up on a massive, translucent sack is a tall and gangly ebon monster. Its person-sized black-blue head crest dwarfing the pasty creatures crawling over it. The white creatures attend to the behemoth above, their obscene pink tongues lashing out to polish their sable queen's splayed crown. In return, she squeezes her bulbous ovipositor, depositing one more egg beneath you. In front of you, you see this inside the bottom level of the space elevator. Now, to set the scene a little bit, the space elevator is a very large squarish room. Where the doors are at, where you are, you're kind of at the southern end of it. At the very northern end is the stairs to a catwalk that would take you to a ladder that takes you up to the second level of the space elevator. There are two levels above you in the space elevator. The very top one has the controls. Deposited all over this room are eggs. The queen is sitting kind of on the eastern side, underneath the one part of the catwalk, and there are multiple xenomorphs all over the place, moving through the room. There's about a total, from what you can tell, of 8 just moving around the room.
8.
You are 8. You are allowed to sneak through the room. We're kind of where we're at. We can just kind of narrate this if you want, or
We can narrate it. I still have 2 story points.
Are you saying, though, that there's eggs all over the space elevator?
The bottom of the space elevator?
The floor of the space elevator, yes.
Okay, but not the space elevator itself, which I can just use to get out of.
No, inside the space elevator. So the space elevator
will be
is this
taking
mammoth
eggs with
room.
us.
Yeah. All right, then I think that's it. I don't think we can let them go.
Cap, I think we're screwed.
All right, Mason.
Yeah, I'm going to back up then.
All right, you slowly start to back up. You just want to narrate the rest of this out? As you start to back up, you feel hands on your back.
Oh, God.
Chaplain, from where you're at, you can see these hands reach out and grab spears and shove him into the room as Jael starts to scream at the top of her lungs. Every alien inside there snaps to attention, and Spears, the last thing you see,
I pull my fucking grenades.
You let off your absolutely. You let off your grenades as these aliens swarm on you. The resulting explosion causes Jael to finally be destroyed, as you know, unfortunately, so are Chaplain and Spears. Chaplain, is there anything you'd like to do at the last couple seconds, or say?
No, but it's possible that my head rolls into a corner, and someday they find me 150 years from now or something at the bottom of the rubble.
Well, that's going to depend on Silva, Mason, and Logan. You hear this go down. You hear Spears say his last words and then scream, and then you hear this mammoth explosion from underneath you. It even causes the base to shake. What do you do?
Punch it, Mason. Finish it out.
Logan, I wish I could say it's been a pleasure.
Fuck you too.
One more for the road.
Sir.
Fucking Ariarcus, man. Blow it.
Always hated this job.
Just blow it immediately.
Yeah, I like that. I've always hated this job as the perfect hit the butt.
So as Mason slams his hand down, if you can imagine, we switch to a view of kind of the first the base kind of going upwards, almost as if we were traveling up where the space elevator was. We go up in elevation, we can see the entire colony, and then there is just this flash of white as the nuclear bombs go off, the nuclear warheads go off, and the entire colony is just obliterated in a nuclear explosion. If we were to keep going up, Once we reach out into outer space, the camera pans around and just sees debris and desolated, destroyed ships from the space battle that had happened up in space when the UPP and the US MC started to attack.
And the space elevator platform just suddenly starts falling like a tree that's
And that's where we end it.
oh,
Great.
That was beautiful.
Storytelling. It was
And we
wonderful.
were the destroyer of worlds after all.
There's some moons you destroyed along the way.
So, any questions about the campaign or is the scenario, whatever you want to call it?
Who did the big
Aside
EMP?
from Chaplain having the whole Jael thing, did any of us have objectives that were kind of against the greater good, as it were? I didn't, but I was curious if anyone else did.
well, what I said at
made-
the beginning, I would have murdered you all
Right.
if I'd have been fully intact
Got
when
it.
I got to Myers, because
Mhm.
I had to protect him. I didn't want to.
Right.
The only person who actually would have been Hammer.
Really?
Or no, sorry, not Hammer. Logan, whoever you replaced. Because I think it
Oh, the belt guy? Really?
yeah, his whatever goals were basically to just kind of act like this super badass Marine, and at the end he's like, screw all these people, I'm getting out of here. And
Gotcha.
his goal at that point is just to get off in it doesn't matter what. None of you really have outside of that, none of you I don't think have anything that's really against the everybody else. It's just when Chaplain is taken over by Jael.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the other question? Somebody else asked a
Yeah,
question.
sorry about
Who
that.
did the big EMP? Because Jael didn't know anything about that.
It's unknown. That is one of the unknowns in the scenario. It literally says that this ship just comes in and lets off the EMP and lets the black rain down and then leaves. It's this huge unknown.
Oh, so it was the horseshoe ship that did it.
Yeah,
Which, I mean, presumably makes sense, just to sabotage any defenses, and then...
right. It's implied that it's either engineers or David or something similar to that.
Oh yeah,
but,
the horseshoe ship, of course.
right.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
in the end, they don't say. So it's really up to where you want to take this. And I don't know if Heart of Darkness talks about that. I kind of doubt it that they do.
That's
but
the next one.
yes, Heart of Darkness is the third in the trilogy.
Looking forward to that one.
I'm
Is
so
that
glad to
out
play
yet?
Logan again in that one.
What was that?
Is that one out yet?
Yes.
Yes.
And so
there's
we're
a
running that
fourth
next
one
week,
too,
right?
then they're working on, isn't there?
The next book that comes out is the Space Trucker book, I think.
Building Better
and-
Worlds.
Yes, and then
Huh.
I don't know what comes out after that. They usually go source book campaign, so it'll be a campaign after that. But
Right.
you all did go through most everything. You got everything. You went through a number of. You definitely got through things very easily. No, that's not true. Then I wouldn't say easily, but the tactics you used, I think, made it easier for you. But it makes sense because you're heavily armored Marines going through this.
I kept I'll say that afterwards. Are we ready? Go ahead.
Well, I did one more question.
Okay.
Was there anything more to the involvement with Myers, Eckford, and all of this, or did we pretty much get the gist of that?
You pretty much got the gist of it.
Okay.
Myers really did get kicked out. No. Myers Eckford really did get kicked out. Myers took over Project Life Force. the only thing, I mean, you correctly guessed that Eckfort was probably going to betray you. When she got down to where her stash was, there would have been some weaponized syringes of Draconis in there, which he would have absolutely offered any of you as and saying that they were drugs. The syringes that you left in the quarantine lab were weaponized versions of Draconis.
I called it.
Nice.
Dang.
Oh, the people in quarantine. Where'd they get to?
They those were the two bodies that you found in there. They had they were two Marines that had been experimented on.
There were bodies still.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
bodies.
just found their clothes, so that's why I was like, where'd they get
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so Myers was in a stasis pod.
Myers put himself in a stasis pod. If you would have gone there and so Jael was 100%. Her goal was to get Myers, do whatever he needed to do. Once she got Myers, she would have followed his instructions. If you would have let Myers out of the stasis pod, he had actually infected himself, and he would have been commanding you to, we need to get off this rock right now. Do everything to get off so that he could get out and hopefully get the thing taken out of him.
Old strategy, Cotton. Was there anything with Major Hatfield that we didn't explore or missed? Because he seemed like such a major figurehead in the introduction, and then just kind of like, Ed, you're breaking, and then that was it.
That's one of my complaints with the scenario is that they introduce him like really fast, and he is a major part of directing you where to go. He's basically under orders from Myers. He's following orders from Myers, and then the invasion comes in, and he then goes through and starts to basically defend like the Marine that he is, and then gets killed. That there really wasn't more for you to find.
Okay, because I kept expecting, they called all the Marines back to base and then it went radio silent. So I kept expecting him to have like a little guerrilla sect and saying it's like, no, fuck that. The Myers has blah, blah, blah.
If you would have explored more in the base, you would have found his body.
Oh, we could have gotten his cool sword.
So
you absolutely could have.
Was there a specific reason why Jael was trying to control me?
Yeah, what's up with that?
The whole purpose behind that was they really didn't know where the AWOL Marines were. And so that was their way of monitoring and kind of controlling you so that they could kind of still be in control of the situation to a certain extent.
And so there was nothing particularly special about us, just the mission that we were on.
Yeah, just the mission. If you had not removed your modem thing, when you went into Apollo's room, she would have, or the Apollo mainframe where her body was, she would have then been, there would have been a couple roll, and if you would have failed it, then you would have turned on everybody and started to basically attack everybody in the room.
Hey, good
She
thinking,
would have
Tom.
fully taken over you.
Yeah, I kept thinking about Alien Resurrection and how the robot in that had burned her modem.
That's exactly what Jael is the Winona Ryder android from Resurrection.
You did put a picture of
she was
Ryder
Winona
in
the whole time.
Yeah. Or an early
We didn't
model
Winona that. All right, let's go ahead and finish up.
All right.
Our players included Holly Buto, Nathan Decker, Dr. Lex Hurley, Alex Sun, and myself with Tyler Hudak as the game AI. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. If you'd like to help our show, please visit our Patreon link in the description, or if you prefer, you can hit the Super Thanks button just below the video. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the alien role-playing universe. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.